Hello and welcome to Fix My City on Asake Online. My name is Leslie Moore. In this week's program, we give you highlights of the commissioning of plant machinery and vehicles that were purchased by the Bulawayo City Council at a cost of just over $1 million United States dollars. The new equipment is meant to improve service delivery in the city. The local authority has, over the years, highlighted that its vehicles have become obsolete, thereby compromising on service delivery. So hopefully this new equipment will see the city managing to rehabilitate its roads and also service its residential and commercial stands. Let's get to hear more from the commissioning.
Your Worship, Aldermen and councillors of the city, and indeed the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, we have procured the equipment which you can all see. It is council policy now to limit the number of transactions, that is outsourcing of our services. Yes, we will continue outsourcing, but it has become so expensive and it has become very difficult to outsource. Hence, our policy as council to try as much as possible to have all the equipment that we require as a city so that we are able to deliver at the shortest possible time. Yes, indeed, to our contractors, we recognize your contribution that we have made over years. But because of procurement issues, because of maybe other economic issues and the fast depreciation of the dollar, it takes time to have a turnaround in all the projects, leading to delays in procurement. It's not that we are not going to use you or we are forgetting about you. We will continue to cooperate with you, but it is our mandate to do the roads, it is our mandate to do maintenance works for water and sewer. Hence the procurement of these equipment that we are seeing.
Change is an event, but a transition is the process that you go through in response to the change. So some of these upgradings and modernizations are to ensure that we become a city of choice, a city that is internationally recognized as a leader and also as an innovator.
I'd like to take this moment to thank very much Bulawayo City Council for entrusting us as their supplier for the vehicles that are there. I'd like to say, as far as Zimbabwe, we do not take this opportunity for granted. We are in it together, and for moreover, we are there to support the vision of the city as we build it together to make sure we achieve it. And above all, I would like to promise you that we are also part of the greater vision for the state, which is NDS1. So I'd like to promise you that we are there and we're here to stay, and we'll work hand in hand to ensure that we achieve the vision with us also supplying your equipment.
It is my pleasure and great honor to witness this memorable event which Bulawayo City Council has invested in the tried and tested Caterpillar equipment. This equipment will be part of the legacy created by the current Bulawayo City Council leadership, as these CAT machines are going to be transferred from one generation to the other because of their robustness. Bulawayo Zimbabwe is a wholly owned Bulawayo equipment company mandated to supply and offer after-sales support for Caterpillar equipment and products in Zimbabwe. Bulawayo equipment has been in operation for more than 95 years, providing solutions for the mining, construction, energy, and agricultural sectors. Bulawayo equipment is in 11 Southern African countries and Eurasia, as well as Russia and Mongolia. Bulawayo Zimbabwe is a key strategic partnership in infrastructure development, mining, agriculture, and other various sectors of our economy, in line with His Excellency's vision of achieving an upper middle income economy by 2030. You cannot talk of road construction or road maintenance without talking of Caterpillar equipment. Hence the reason why we are here to give support to Bulawayo City Council. Bulawayo Zimbabwe is the sole official distributor for all CAT equipment and products in Zimbabwe, and we thrive in offering solutions to our valued customers through sale of new CAT and SCM machines, as well as CAT certified used machines. We also supply CAT generators, parts, services, product support, maintenance and repairs, customer value agreements, equipment advisory, and technological services. Once again, I would like to say Amhlope Makorokoto, congratulations to Bulawayo City Council for taking the best decision of procuring CAT machines and making Bulawayo a leading, smart and transformative city by 2024.
We are here to witness the unveiling of an event that we should call a milestone for the city of Bulawayo. Why should we call this a milestone? If you realize in the past, council used to carry out its own construction activities using own equipment. We used to supplement this equipment of our own by hiring outside services from other suppliers or contractors. This was done on a as and when required basis. This strategy works, and it has led to the servicing of new estates, road maintenance works, for example, reconstruction, regraveling. I'll just mention just a few. And also new road construction works. The as and when contracts for plant and equipment hire and supply of construction materials, this allowed council to maintain at optimum level the plant requirements at that time. The equipment that we procured, I'll just maybe remind some of us here that it was being procured through loans from institutions like World Bank, but these funding streams are no longer available for us to procure such kind of equipment. But we are currently we are using this by funds that we are realizing through pre-sale of stands. The acquisition of equipment will actually result in the improvement of service delivery. I think that goes without saying. If you have got your own equipment, you are at liberty to see how best you can use it to deliver the services that you have at hand. We envisage that in doing so, it will produce quality and reliable services by using reliable plant and equipment. Of course, if you have got new equipment, it's more reliable. Downtime is low, or actually zero. We don't expect such new equipment for someone to report that is broken down. I heard the CAT representatives here saying that we are lucky to have such equipment. Actually, that kind of equipment, we say at minimum 20 years, you should be having that equipment running and going and working and providing services. But maybe you should realize that the current plant that we have been having all along has been procured over the years 1992, 98, and recently in 2015. But thereafter, we have not had anything of this event where we are unveiling such kind of equipment. So we call this a momentous event because previously all this equipment has become obsolete. Service delivery had been affected because of this, and we should be on a looking up trajectory in terms of service delivery, and this should be the beginning of something that is promising for the city of Bulawayo. The council fleet, just to share a few notes, we have 336 vehicles, including plant and equipment. And I should say that 51% of that equipment is obsolete. And we are on a phased approach to replace this equipment. We do involve the private sector so that they do participate, the private contractor companies. But we need to now strike a balance. I think at the moment we're in a multi-currency economy, and we need to balance the services that we're getting from the private sector as well as what City Council can then provide on its own, so that the service providers that are out there continue to function, as well as we us provide the service to the satisfaction, like I think we've been mentioned here, that we should do this to the satisfaction of our stakeholders. Deliberately, I'll say smart, because this equipment is not ordinary equipment. It also shows the seriousness of the city of Bulawayo in what we envisage to do in providing quality service to the satisfaction of its stakeholders. Also, to complement these efforts, I would like to mention that the city is deliberately complementing the maintenance of this equipment by modernizing the workshops where this equipment and these vehicles are going to be serviced. Maybe in no time you should be witnessing new equipment that should actually be used to improve service delivery by maintaining our own vehicles internally. But this should not deter other private sectors who provide similar services. We're simply saying we want to optimize what we are getting from our stakeholders, the little resources that are there, to ensure that we have running equipment. Otherwise, with those few words, I would like to compliment and also thank our partners in the equipment industry, Bulawayo, and FAO, and also Croco Motors for the supply of these vehicles.
I'm excited to stand before you this morning to commission recently acquired plant machinery and vehicles for the city of Bulawayo. The city of Bulawayo in the 2023 budget set aside a target of purchasing plant, machinery and equipment in a bid to improve its service delivery fleet. The target for this year has been to avail necessary resources for the provision of efficient general day-to-day services to our people. And this plant and equipment will be key in ensuring that we achieve this mandate. We are today commissioning these various machines and equipment in order to improve our performance to satisfactory levels. The city of Bulawayo is commissioning these pieces of equipment worth $1,120,351.64. These are United States dollars. The following equipment that is before you will be commissioned today: 1 times cat grader, 1 times cat excavator, 1 times cat front end loader, 4 by BT50 Mazda vehicles, 5 by NP200 Nissan vehicles. We are happy that this equipment is going to assist the city of Bulawayo towards achieving its mandate. Our fleet is now aged and prone to frequent breakdowns, and in some cases these breakdowns have taken place while at work at various sites. To ensure continued service delivery, we have to depend on hiring equipment from other service providers, and this has been costly for the city and the residents. The city needs to have this equipment and other equipment so as to ensure that we are able to timelessly maintain our infrastructure. Honorable Minister, ladies and gentlemen, the major challenge faced by the city and other local authorities in Zimbabwe is the lack of financing in order to meet the infrastructure needs. We need to improve the revenue collection and bills. And I'm happy that the resident representatives are here. And when we say let's pay our bills timelessly, we mean to say that we need to procure these service delivery equipment. The city of Bulawayo must procure more equipment and plant for other services such as refuse collection and fire and emergency services, among others. To be able to achieve this, we need to work together as residents and government for timeless payment of service delivery bills. Regrettably, poor payment of bills by both residents and government agencies have had an impact on the quality of services that we deliver. The call is also for financial institutions to provide the necessary funding through long-term loans at affordable interest rates. Honorable Minister, Alderman Councillors, the hyperinflationary environment makes it impossible for the city to raise the capital funding through the loans and to be able to frequently purchase this equipment. I am thus inviting the local financial institutions in Bulawayo to also partner with the council in ensuring that we have the necessary funds towards procuring such equipment. It is my hope that this equipment and machinery will help improve the operational efficiency of the city. The purchasing of the key equipment for roads maintenance such as graders should enhance road rehabilitation and estate development. The equipment will help create broad and flat surfaces and also ensure that we have smoother and more durable roads. The city of Bulawayo, in line with its vision of being a smart and transformative city by year 2024, will continue to strive towards improvement of service delivery. I reiterate the city strategy for 2023 of replacing the dilapidated plant, machinery and vehicles. I wish to assure residents that more equipment is on its way, and we can only ask for your support so that we are able to acquire more equipment that our city requires for infrastructure development. Finally, I want to thank colleagues in the Finance and Development Committee and other departments for availing resources that has made this procurement of this piece of equipment a success. We call upon National Treasury and our parent ministry to work towards speedy release of devolution funds to ensure that we're able to fund not only the capital projects, but buy more pieces of equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish now to invite you to join me as we commission these pieces of equipment for the city of Bulawayo.
It gives me much pleasure to stand before you at this very important event. Today's event is vital in that it encompasses the commissioning of our plant, machinery, and vehicles that greatly contribute towards the socio-economic growth of the city of Bulawayo. Allow me to say, this is one of the greatest achievements for the city as it strives on improving service delivery to its residents and stakeholders. It should be noted that for the city to function and bring efficient services, there should be adequate equipment, as this will ensure its success and growth. As we are commissioning this equipment today, I'm optimistic that our city will positively improve its service delivery. Indeed, such efforts are greatly commended, given that they positively impact on the country's socio-economic initiatives as pronounced in the country's economic blueprint, which is the National Development Strategy 1. This is a milestone for the city of Bulawayo as we are working on reaching the nation's vision of becoming an upper middle class economy by 2030 in line with the National Development Strategy 1. The National Development Strategy 1 highlights that the availability of plant and equipment is key for the governance pillar. The pillar emphasizes the availability of equipment that is pivotal for the city to be able to adhere to its vision. The equipment will also ensure that the city works hard towards its projects. May I commend Council for purchasing these vehicles. In conclusion, let me urge local authorities to continue to modernize and improve all sectors of municipal service delivery. Let us all support Council by paying our dues so that as residents we restore the dignity and the reputation of the Bulawayo as an excellent city. Congratulations, Amhlophe. May we continue to improve the standard of service delivery for the satisfaction of all stakeholders. Together we can. I thank you. Siyabonga. Masiye phambili.
Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Invite worship the mayor, councillors, and management to inspect the vehicles.
You've heard from the various speakers on this momentous occasion in the city of Bulawayo, with the local authority purchasing new plant machinery and vehicles that is meant to improve service delivery in the city. Let's meet again in the next edition of Fix My City. My name is Leslie Moyo.